Ever wondered what happens when the biggest machines on Earth meet the toughest conditions imaginable? Today, we're pushing steel to the breaking point, starting with bulldozers that eat rock for breakfast and building up to a massive city block-sized machine at the end that you absolutely have to see to believe. We kick things off with the Volvo EC380EL. Although it's the smallest member on today's list, this 84,000-pound beast is pure muscle, and today it's facing its toughest challenge yet. Looking from the drone shot, you can see the excavator wrestling with jagged rocks that are actually larger and wider than the bucket itself. Loading these monsters requires more than just power. It's about extreme stability. Imagine trying to balance a jagged, multi-ton SUV on the very tip of a steel blade without letting it slip. That's the level of mastery this operator shows while handling stones that would flatten a pickup truck in a heartbeat. Seeing this small giant handle such massive weight, it makes you wonder, does machine size really matter? Or is it all about the operator's touch? Let's settle it in the comments. Watch as the Caterpillar D8R proves it can transform even the most treacherous inclines into a mastered territory. Check out this actual footage. This Hitachi 7,600-pound beast is working a steep decline where one wrong move could be a disaster. But with a 354 horsepower Cat C15 engine, it doesn't just slide, it controls the fall. It's using that massive 13.4 cubic yard blade to bite into the earth and stay anchored. It's a masterclass in balance. Even with a full load of soil pushing against it, the D8R uses its 15 inches of ground clearance to stay mobile. Think of it like guiding a massive landslide exactly where you want it to go. This machine isn't fighting the hill, it's owning it. Think you've got the nerves to sit in that cab on a vertical drop? If you've ever operated one of these on a steep grade, I want to hear your wildest story in the comments. If the D8R is a master of balance, the Caterpillar D11R is a master of pure, unadulterated destruction. Just look at this footage. This isn't just a bulldozer, it's a 230,000-pound predator. In these shots, you can see the D11R using its massive single-shank ripper to tear through layers of hard rock and soil as if they were nothing but dry clay. With over 850 horsepower screaming from its engine, it's forcing thousands of pounds of pressure into the ground, shattering what nature spent millions of years building. Imagine standing right next to those massive tracks as they bite into the rubble. The ground beneath your feet wouldn't just shake. It would feel like a minor earthquake. It's insane to think that this machine exerts more concentrated force than a main battle tank, just to clear a path for the next phase of the mine. It's the ultimate unstoppable force, meeting the immovable object and winning every single time. That ripper is literally a giant steel claw dragging through a mountain. Do you think there's any obstacle on Earth that a D11R couldn't break through? If you've seen a machine more insane than this Bedrock shredding beast, name it in the comments below. Moving up the ladder, we encountered the Caterpillar 6020B, a machine that turns the Earth into its personal playground. Looking at this raw footage, You're seeing a 500,000-pound Titan designed for one thing: massive production. With over 1,000 horsepower screaming through its Cat C32 engine, it doesn't just dig, it claims the ground. Watch as it effortlessly loads that 777G haul truck. What looks like a giant truck to us is just a quick snack for the 6020B's 15-yard bucket. It's a masterclass in hydraulic engineering. Imagine moving an entire suburban house in just 4 or 5 bites. That's the scale we're talking about here. The precision is terrifying. Despite its massive size, the operator can place tons of rock exactly where it needs to be with the gentleness of a surgeon. This isn't just a digger, it's a 250-ton symphony of steel and power that keeps the world's mining heart beating. Witness the Cat 6030B in action, the absolute peak of mining production. This 650,000-pound Titan is the true heartbeat of the pit, using 1,500 horsepower to literally devour the earth. Notice the lightning-fast cycle as it fills these 777D trucks. It's a high-stakes race where every second translates to tons of profit. Each scoop moves 40 tons. That's like hoisting 20 heavy-duty pickups into the air every 30 seconds, all day long. It's a masterclass in hydraulic endurance and relentless volume. If you had to spend an 8-hour shift in this seat, would the 6030B be your top choice for pure, raw power? Experience the ultimate synergy in a busy coal mine as the Hitachi EX2600 takes center stage. It's not just a solo act. This 550,000-pound beast works in perfect harmony with the Komatsu HD 785 and Caterpillar 777D haul trucks. Moving mountains becomes routine when you have this kind of mechanical backup. Efficiency is the name of the game here. Notice how the EX2600 fills those 100-ton trucks with just a few massive swings, keeping the cycle moving without a second wasted. It's a synchronized dance of steel that powers the world's heavy industry. In a lineup like this, which brand gets your vote for pure reliability? Hitachi, Komatsu, or Cat? Witness the raw tension here as the Komatsu PC4000 faces an operator's nightmare: poor blasting. This 880,000-pound Titan is literally scraping against solid rock that refused to shatter. With over 1,800 horsepower screaming from its engine, it should be devouring the earth. But today, it's a grueling battle for every single inch. Because the rock wasn't broken down correctly, this massive excavator is struggling to penetrate the surface, coming up with only half a bucket per cycle. It's a painful sight for any production manager, watching a 400-ton beast work twice as hard for half the result. This is the reality of the pit, where even the most advanced engineering meets its match in the unforgiving crust of the earth. If you were the site manager watching this production slow to a crawl, would you pull the machine back for more blasting? Or keep pushing this steel giant to its absolute limit? Let us know your strategy. Gaze upon this white behemoth, the Liebherr R996. This is a 1.4 million-pound Titan, a 3-story mountain of steel that rules the coal face. Observe those massive bucket teeth. They don't just dig, they slice through the jagged earth with terrifying ease. To put this scale in perspective, this single machine weighs as much as 3 fully loaded Boeing 747-S combined. Driven by 3,000 horsepower, the R996 makes those 200-ton haul trucks look like scale models. Each pass delivers nearly 50 tons of payload. That's like hoisting a dozen pickup trucks into the air every 30 seconds, all day long. This is where brute force meets surgical precision in the world's most demanding environments. As the most expensive asset in the mine, sitting in this seat is the ultimate badge of honor. If you had the keys to this $15 million beast, what's the first massive project you'd tackle? Let us know your dream task. Just before we reach the ultimate finale, witness the heavy metal power of the P&H 4100 XPC, aptly nicknamed Rock and Roll. This 3.3 million pound electric titan, designated as SH02, is a master of high volume destruction. Unlike hydraulic machines, this beast uses massive steel cables to muscle its way through the hardest material in the pit. Notice the sheer scale as it hovers over the haul truck, releasing a 120-ton avalanche of rock in a single earth-shaking pass. Those bucket teeth are literally the size of a grown man, engineered to bite into the earth with relentless force. It's a 3,000 horsepower symphony of electricity and steel that can move enough material to fill an Olympic swimming pool every few minutes. Does the rock and roll attitude of this electric shovel give it more insane points than the diesel giants we've seen? Let us know which power source you'd want in your corner. Watch as a specialized crew performs mechanical surgery on the 8 million pound Titan, the P&H 9020 Dragline. Replacing the 83mm Haggy-Reed double Beckett dump ropes begins with the action of a Cat D10R bulldozer, assisting in pulling these massive steel tendons that are over 3 inches thick. Every link and Beckett hardware is engineered to carry the tension of a skyscraper. From high-stakes welding to securing lines hundreds of feet in the air, every step is taken to keep this 300-foot boom operational. If you were leading this high-stakes swap, would you prioritize speed to resume production or double-check safety for an extra day? From mind-blowing scale to sheer power, these machines redefine what's possible in mining. They work in the mud, the heat, and the cold, so the world keeps turning. Which of these giants was your favorite? Hit that like button, subscribe to Beast Machines World, and let's keep exploring the wildest machines on the planet together.